Alright everybody, we are here today taking a look at a little upcoming banger by the name of Slay the Princess. Now, I don't want to talk too much about the premise here because I feel like it'll spoil it for you. I'd rather we just jump in game and get to it. But the only rundown I'll give you, there's at least, at the start that I'm aware of, 3 individuals in this story. The hero, which is us, the narrator, giving us our quest, and the princess. Let's get to it.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It's a really big task, huh? You're here to stop the end of the world. So we have a couple of questions options. Explore. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolución! Or walk towards the cabin. So, plenty of options. There's gonna be plenty, as you can imagine, endings in this game, based on the choices you make, the paths you take, which ones you don't. And again, we're in a situation right now where, we have this narrator telling us, hey, you gotta go kill the princess to save the world, but is that really the case? Let's ask a couple of questions.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
It's just because you're here, you might as well do it, huh? That's the reasoning. Yeah, you're here, just do it, dude. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Seems narrator isn't really too keen on monarchs. Oh, we have a new option now. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Okay. So apparently doing these, bringing these questions up opens up different options too. Great. Okay. So yeah, let's go with that one.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I will. As a matter of fact, I will.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, that's me. I can't ignore myself.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So, now we have the option of picking up the blade or just entering without the blade itself. I mean, I guess I'd rather be safe than sorry, just because I take it doesn't necessarily mean I have to freaking shank her now, does it?
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
It's commanding, almost as though she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. That's what you want to tell her. Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Only one? What about the other one here?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
What would give you that idea? This knife that I'm holding? What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you got me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk and steal your nerves and step forward.
So, why'd you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Well, are we starting to fall into the web of lives already? I mean, I can't see how dropping the knife, at least for now, could really put us in much danger, right? She's still chained up.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Of course.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
Well, let's start with a little breaking of the ice first, huh?
Not to make things even more awkward, but do you know why you're here to kill me?
What are you talking about? Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
That laugh. I think I'm in love.
Oh no! You absolute simp.
Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
Well, I'm here because you're going to end the world. But let's see we get this name first.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
We're doing that game, are we?
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Well, let's just come out and say it, right?
Don't just tell her that.
Oh, come on. Narrator, we need some information here.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
Just how long has she been down here?
Did they even bother to tell you how I'm supposed to end the world? Because that just doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd be capable of.
We could deflect now. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have the reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Come on. Oh, love with her laugh already. Let's deflect.
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think what I do really matters. Look, at the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me, and I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or any other number of good things that I'm sure you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So, do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here. And if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Okay, so now comes the moment of truth here. Slay, get her out of here, or apparently keep her locked away at least.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
What the hell's up with my arm, by the way?
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes black, and you die.
But wait!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? She's gonna kill me again. Oh, don't you worry. I'll gladly slay that princess. She's got it coming. Yep, okay, definitely gonna slay that princess. Lie. So now we have new options in a new chapter. Now, mind you, things would have also played out differently had we not attempted to kill her. At least then. Probably try killing her afterwards. So, we branched off by trying to kill her and failing. We failed probably because we got charmed. So by the time we actually try to do it, well, those words of hers just made us doubt ourselves. So let's continue going on here on this path for now, and question what's happening here.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's going to kill us again. Oh, is there another one of us in here? If you go to the cabin, you might as well just throw yourself at her feet and beg for mercy. You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff that pathetic little voice to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Huh. So the voice of the broken was the first attempt? I can apparently just get out of here. Okay, no, I need to see what happens if we don't get charmed.
I have one last warning for you. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. It's not her lies that'll stop us. I must admit, I'm a little worried about going back in there. I don't want to be as much of a downer as my new roommate, but we were definitely outclassed last time. She seems more demon than princess. Ignore them, they don't know what they're talking about. She's just a princess. Don't get all in your head about it. The interior of the cabin is larger than it should be. The only item of furniture is a plain wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yeah, this place looks different now, too. The hell?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden staircase. The steps are wide and deep. The air seeping up from below is heavy and oppressive, with an odd, eggy stink to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Ooh. She's starting off in the, Well, the mode that she destroyed us in.
It's somehow even fiercer than it was before.
Of course it is. Don't let it intimidate you.
But I am. Look what she did to me last time.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Is it just me, or is she bigger than last time? It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought. I told you. It's pointless.
I was wondering when I might have company. Free me from my bindings, and maybe I'll let you live for a while.
Oh, damn it, that's it? Oh, come on. Damn, alright. I was really getting into it too. Like, I don't know what to make of it. She's suddenly a freaking giant demon. There are 7 endings in the demo and many more ways to die. Okay. I made a save before I tried killing her the first time. So, let's see what happens what if we try to help her escape? Maybe at least then we won't get massacred ourselves, right?
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? Besides me cutting you out of there?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Of course you can. We know what you really are.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
We're locked in here too, or what?
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Is this your doing, narrator?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
That's because you're not giving me an option to.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I wonder if I could still default out of doing this and maybe slay her this time? Or would I still fail because I've put so much doubt into myself already?
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
Oh, it worked this time.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see that razor sharpness in her gaze? I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
Okay, give up, finish the job, run for the stairs and lock her in the basement. But I mean, didn't they close the door? I mean, if she's weakened, this might be the only chance we got.
You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
There is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. But you don't have the time to worry over her words. Everything goes black, and you die.
Very intriguing. Absolutely love the design of the game. The voice acting, the narrator, everything's really, really good. Prince's voice is really good. I love everything about this so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. I'll have it linked down below in case you want to check it out for yourselves. As I've mentioned, or at least as the demo end page mentioned, there's at least 7 endings here currently for you guys to check out. If you did enjoy, let me know in the comments, and when the game comes out fully, we'll definitely explore it then. But really, really interesting little concept.